Hi everybody, you're very welcome to my channel. You may already follow me because of my triple PD videos. So we're gouaching specifically for the trigeminal nerve. So my journey with this chronic illness, PPPD being such an umbrella term for so many symptoms, but it started almost 3 years ago. One of the avenues that I explored with a doctor, with a specialist in Las Palmas in Gran Canaria, was that the Invisalign I was wearing at the time had caused some nerve damage or some nerve inflammation. Since then, I went on a route you can see in the other videos of having every type of procedure, test, specialist, anything, anything I could find anywhere I tried. So one thing that's really helped is gouaching my jaw. Reading the medical medium Brain Saver book, which I'm not finished yet, I'm about 3/4 of the way through, but reading that and learning about viruses living in nerves, viruses infecting and inflaming nerves, your cranial nerves, the trigeminal nerve being one of those cranial nerves. But at the time I was massaging my jaw because it felt so stiff once I discontinued the Invisalign. So I still have crooked teeth, but my jaw was so stiff, so I was kind of rubbing it all the time anyway. And then I looked into facial massage tool, like those head things. I was like, oh, is there something for my face? And came across gouaches, and I'd never heard of them before. So it just gave me a lot of relief, and when I stopped I felt like my jaw was really seizing up. But learning more about these nerves, I'm going to show you the 3 places that I gouache specifically for those. People gouache for loads of different reasons. Lymphatic drainage, for a decrease of the appearance of wrinkles or the production of collagen, or all these things that are areas that I didn't look into as much. It wasn't my priority with the gua sha. I will say that since I've started, I have noticed my skin being in much better condition. Maybe gouaching for the last 2 years has really helped to reduce fine lines and wrinkles, although I've always been a big fan of crow's feet. I think they make a person look as if they spend a lot of time smiling, so I've always been drawn to them and really like them. Anyways, not to digress too far, let's get into our gua sha. So I've had a ton of gouaches over the past 2 years. I've moved countries and counties, but my favourite one so far is this one. Oh, apologies now for my nails. So the writing is actually a little bit faded, but it's Kinvara Skincare. So I'm actually originally from County Clare, where Kinvara is, so not too far away from Kinvara, beautiful place. But I just love this one. It's a little bit thicker than other ones I've had. You can kind of feel the quality. So I may link you to them. And I like that it's purple. Personal preference. That was like a tongue twister. You can use anything that will help to glide or grip in the skin, massage oils, anything like that. I found my skin breaking out a lot. I think when you start this you will experience a few breakouts, but it's just like changing your face wash or your moisturizer or anything like that, or getting a facial even. It can cause a breakout until you get used to it. So I wanted to find the most natural thing that I could, the easiest thing that I could, especially if there's contamination in my system with viruses and nerves being inflamed and all the things that I'm still learning about. So I just get this shea butter. You can get them in most health food shops. Just ask for a plain one. I was getting a really nice one in Gran Canaria. It was actually the same make as this, and it had different essential oils added, so I loved that because of the scent, which was nice. But less is more, so 100% organic, unrefined shea butter. So I get that. It lasts ages as well, which is great. I cleansed my face before this video, which is why I'm very rosy cheeked and maybe a little bit shiny. So to get started, you're just going to tie your hair back. Whatever way you'd like to get your hair away from your face is fine. I'm just going to slick it back a little hairband so I can look like a 3-year-old. So I have a background with anatomy and physiology, but that's not to say that this is my area of expertise by any stretch of the imagination. It never was, but I've looked into it so much trying to figure out my symptoms, along with all of the medications and everything else that was on my path with this journey that I'm still on. So our trigeminal nerve, it has 3 different areas that it will work through. I find with the gua sha you can feel around here, so our ophthalmic roots of your trigeminal nerve, the harder place to gua sha. So I give a little extra love to this area around your temple. I'll show you in a moment. Then we have our mandibular roots, so our mandible, and the maxillary roots. Lots of people gua sha in different directions for different reasons, different areas of the face for different reasons. I'm following these nerve roots, so we'll do that today. Of course, it doesn't mean that I don't agree with any other areas, like your forehead, your neck, anything like that. I'm just focusing on the areas that stops the tension I'm feeling in my jaw, because I think there is inflammation there in my nerves. I'm also following an anti-inflammatory heavy metal detox diet, so you'll see other videos on my channel about that as well. So to get started, again, you've cleansed your face first. Even if there's going to be breakouts, let's try and not clog our pores. So I like to just get some of this shea butter and start melting it onto my face. I like the shea butter because it's got grip and also glide. I find some of the face oils, you don't get the grip. You can get used to what suits you and what you find, just whatever your preference is for using on your face. So I'm putting quite a good amount, but my skin is going to start to absorb it. So around your cheekbones, so for our maxillary roots of our trigeminal nerve, around your mandible, mandibular roots of your trigeminal nerve, and then we're going up here towards the sensory root of those nerves, just to help to target where the ophthalmic branches of those nerves are going to go into. So that's how we prep the face. And then finally comes our gua sha. But again, this isn't my area of expertise, so you can take or you can leave this. This is just the things that I've taken through 3 years worth of different treatments and different avenues to explore, to do with feeling dizzy, to do with tinnitus in the ears, to do with congestion, all of these symptoms that I think are linked to viruses and inflammation. So I start in the middle and I go towards my ear. Some people that are trying to decrease wrinkles will pull the skin in the opposite direction, so you'll see that. I'm just doing it to massage. There's loads of different types of gua shas. I like this because of this ridge, so it's a nice way to get in there. So I just follow the line of my jaw up to my ear. If you are doing this for triple PD reasons, you may notice that after the first few goes especially, you're going to feel congested in your ear, so there is a lymphatic drainage here happening if your body needs that. If you wanted, you could count 20. You could do 20 on the other side. It does need to be substantial, so we're here for a reason as well. Some facials might just include it, again just to stimulate beneath the surface, get loads of blood rushing to the surface, decongesting anywhere in the face that may need it. But you could count 20 in this direction, so we're along the mandibular branches of the roots of our trigeminal nerves. Maxillary. Again, it's handy because you can feel the bone and kind of grip, but that could be any side or any shape of your gua sha. Now I go more sensitively around the eye, you'll feel it, that's just what you're going to want there. But I dig in anywhere that I feel like I need it. Now again, I'm doing this because when I stop doing this, I can go about 3 days without doing it. I try to do it every day, but some weeks, as you know yourself, you may only get to it twice in that week. But if I stop, I can feel tension in my teeth, my jaw, my neck, my arm, up into here, the side of the temple. So that brings me up to the sensory root, the trigeminal ganglion, the area where the nerve is about to split into 3 different branches, 3 different nerve directions through your face. I might dig in underneath my cheekbone, and then I spend a bit of time up here, or I add a little more pressure just into the side of the temple. So that could be its own massage also. A nice way to judge if you feel like, have I done enough on myself? When it starts to go really red, maybe lay off. Loads of blood is coming to the surface, loads of healing is happening there, so maybe don't keep digging in there, especially if you're prone to bruises. Again, just personal preference, and we take care of ourselves. I'm happy digging in, I've been doing it for so long. I definitely started more gentle. So again, maybe you do 20 towards the ear, and maybe you just spend a little extra around that area where the nerves are going to branch off. And you could make your way down the neck a little bit, but I find I spend a lot of time just repetitively swiping the gua sha. So again, you could do 20 of everything. I like to just sit down in front of a YouTube video or something on Netflix, and I'll end up doing it for a half an hour. So I'm not counting it, just kind of feeling where I'd like to work a little bit more, what muscles I'm feeling, what areas feel tender or more or less like I can dig in, and I just listen to myself and do that. Very often, at least a few times a week, I may end up gouaching for about an hour, depending on what I'm watching and how intrigued I am. Or it would always be a minimum of 20 minutes, 30 minutes. And we don't always have time, but just to reiterate things I've said in my other videos, this is a luxury self-care type of activity to do, but when you're living with all the symptoms that, I'll say we because I assume you're watching this video because you're getting symptoms also, and I'm so sorry for you in that case, but because we're feeling these symptoms, because we're trying to fix something that's so uncomfortable, it can make us a little bit more uncomfortable initially before it starts to get better. And then you also are doing it because you have to. Like, anytime I've had a little bit of a break from my symptoms in terms of maybe 2 or 3 days, I do fall off the right things I should be eating, or the neck exercises that I do, the eye exercises that I do, or the gouacheing that I do. I think it's human nature to just want to feel good effortlessly, so I know that that happens. But again, this is a luxury, yes, but I will make it work no matter what my schedule is like. There is a saying that's like, if you don't make time for your health, you'll be forced to make time for your illness. That's kind of what this seems like. So yes, I'm so lucky to get to do this. It's such a nice, relaxing thing to do, but it's very stress inducing if you can't do it. So it's self-care. It kind of feels like I have to do it because it's one thing that works, and anything that lessens these symptoms is wholly welcome. Thanks for watching this video. Thank you for watching any videos. If you're here for Triple PD and you're interested in doing some Pilates classes, you'll find loads of Pilates classes on my channel as well. But thanks so much for watching any video. It means the world to me. Please like, subscribe, and comment and let me know how you're doing, or if you have any questions. I'm going to continue making videos as to what I'm doing to help myself with chronic dizziness, nausea, all the symptoms that I'm dealing with. But if you have a question, something I haven't thought of, and you'd like me to chat about it or make a video about it, please just ask. Thank you so much. I'll see you again in the next video, and I'm just wishing you health and relief from your symptoms, and if you figure out some way to fix this, please let me know. Thank you so much, everybody.